work closely with them in setting up some of the programs, and also having the two ambassadors as our honorary president. So we have the pleasure today to have with us here Ambassador Majid Bouguera, and I can tell you that he's a very busy ambassador in Washington promoting Algeria, and he's doing an excellent job. Excellency, thank you very much for really putting Algeria as it is today with a good relation with the United States. Thank you, Ambassador. We cover all major sectors, as you can see, from agriculture to healthcare to defense and the rest. This is just to give you membership per sector. As you can see, predominant in the, and more in the energy. When we started the council, it was more energy companies and gas, and today we really have all sectors in the portfolio. These are some members, again. So this is basically what we do, as I said, matchmaking between Algerian partners and finding the right partner in Algeria, either from the public or private sector. We introduce them, of course, to some government officials and government agencies, and also we assist them when they have to open an office in Algeria, and representation. Cooperation and partnership between Algeria and the United States is at a record high, as the ambassador mentioned. Yes, Ambassador Majid Bouguera works tirelessly to promote Algeria in Washington, D.C. and beyond by maximizing opportunities for deeper political and economic relations between the United States and Algeria, with a strategic dialogue that recently completed between the two nations, with several initiatives underway to increase educational and technological exchanges. It has never been a better time for U.S. companies to take another look at Algeria. Yes, as Ambassador stated, yes, it is the largest country in Africa with debt-free and having cash reserves. I think it's one of the wealthiest countries in Africa, and even with some countries in Europe, with $200 billion in reserves. As you can see on the map here, just to give you an idea for Algeria, why it's the largest one in Africa and well situated in North Africa. This is already, I think the ambassador already stated all of this. This is the most interesting now. Why should I invest in Algeria? First, the human capital and the human resources. Yeah, 68% of the population under 35 years old, and most of them educated, highly educated. Every year there is 1.5 student that gets the college degree in different really expertise. So this is why for any company, US company investing there in Algeria, you will find a lot of skilled people. And this generation is now speaking Arabic, of course, that's the official language, but also they speak English, versus the previous generation with which everything is in French. They still are doing business, of course, in French, but the new generation is coming now and speak English. A low cost of utilities. The reason why is, I think, for any company that is willing to invest there in Algeria in manufacturing, or it is the less, I would say, the cheapest cost of electricity and gas very much in the world, because of the electricity and gas subsidized by the government. It's really doesn't cost. It's the way to save the cost for operation there in Algeria. A low cost, of course, for labor. Average salaries there for labor starts from $200 to $500 and up. Incentives, of course, for anyone who can invest in Algeria, there are incentives where, depending in which sector and what type of investment, it goes from 5 to 10 years, which you don't pay taxes to the investment. Partnering with an Algerian company, this is what we recommend each time. Instead of going alone, you're going to have to save time. And of course, there is a difference in the culture, and you need to understand the culture there in North Africa, which is totally different, whatever is in Europe or whatever is in the United States. And this is why, in order to expedite the process and to get ready for business there, it is good to have an Algerian partner because he has already the networking. He knows the local culture, and he knows how to apply in all these tenders and how to get very quick to the business. This is what we recommend always, to have an Algerian partner. Climate, for the weather, it's exactly the same as California. They are on the same latitude. Gateway for North Africa, Sub-Sahara region, and Middle East, and especially for the Sub-Sahara. Algeria, well located in North Africa, it immediately has access to Europe. You are talking about 700 million people there. Or Sub-Sahara. Sub-Sahara, these are the countries where Algeria have excellent relations. And it goes back to many years behind. Good relations with Mauritania, good relations with Mali, Niger, Chad, Sudan. So if you do business in Algeria, you will have access to all these countries. So you're not talking about doing business for 40 million population there in Algeria, but see the big picture in having just the neighborhood countries where they have, as I said, excellent relations, and this is why you can expand your business beyond Algeria. So why should I be interested in the Algerian economy? And this is the business part. This is the most interested one. Between 2014 and 19, the Algerian government will invest close to 150 billion in major projects. And I will list them now. In the agro-business, currently Algeria is importing, I'm going to give you just one example, for the powder milk. It's $2.5 billion imported every year. 1.8 billion just for the animal feeds. This is why it's a huge business there, but at the same time now Algerians are looking to partner in manufacturing, in producing this product there in Algeria. So this is what Algeria is looking for from the US. It's all the expertise. They do recognize the quality of the product, the US product, and the expertise of the US companies. Of course, seeking, of course, dairy equipment, and also launching a large program to set up large dairy farms. I can tell you that next week, a big delegation from experts from the US traveling to Algeria, part of some of the joint venture that are already in place. We, as I said, at the council and with the help of course, the Algerian government, we did succeed in getting some joint venture in the agriculture, which took place this year. And we are pleased to announce that we have already 2 joint ventures between US companies and Algerian private companies and 1 public company in setting up dairy farms in Algeria. Healthcare. I think this is what's going to interest people here today, since everything is about healthcare. Algeria is currently working on a program that we call it Algeria 2020, and which is actually at 2040. It is to become a center of excellence for innovation and for R&D in biotechnology. Algeria is now have that ambition to set up a hub of biotechnology there in Algeria, similar to set up a cluster as the one already existing in Boston or Dublin or Singapore. And this is with the help, of course, of major US companies. And all the major companies, US companies, are actually active in Algeria. Lilly is in Algeria, as major members of pharma also are in Algeria, and working together in a program how they can work together in setting up this R&D with an aim in the future to develop molecules there in Algeria in the biotechnology. So Then after that, there is the some of the big project, which Algeria is looking to build 5 large teaching hospitals, 700 bed each, and they are seeking really US expertise on this. So they are looking for builders. They are looking for people that can help for the management, how to manage these hospitals. And this is what we hope we're going to have some US companies that will apply for these tenders. So also, when it comes to cancer, Algeria is going to launch 12 large state-of-art cancer treatment centers. Some of them already, they had already 3 of them currently working, 3 by the end of the year, and 6 for next year. And this is what we hope we're going to have more US companies involved on this project here. Automobile industry, that's true that as the ambassador mentioned, the 600,000 cars a year, it's a big number that Algeria imports cars. As you may know, the average, when worldwide you consider a country that is either importing cars, when it's above 150,000, it is already a big number. You can see now that Algeria is at 600,000, which is a huge number. And this is why now I think some of the manufacturers are already interested. Already 2 big French manufacturers, Renault and Peugeot, are manufacturing in Algeria. But we are in discussion now with the US car maker, which I cannot say the name. It's still in discussions to set up an assembly factory there in Algeria. So these are all the projects there in the automobile or transportations. Infrastructure, of course, a big project with this new highway of 1,500 kilometers between the east and west of Algeria. And also on the housing, there is a shortage there, and there is a plan in the next 3 years to build up to 2 million units for mid-income and low-income families. Big project also in the railway, since they want to add a new 4,000 kilometers in new tracks. So this is also a business where the US can benefit from this large project here. Energy and mining, especially for the mining. This is where there is a need now. Algeria, this beginning of this year, hired the USGS to do the mapping of all minerals that are in Algeria. And by the end of the year, they will have the result, what type of minerals, and this is based on that report. They're going to release the exact project that they're going to need in different mines, including the phosphate, etc. Of course, plus the solar, as you can probably know, that Algeria is one or the first or the second country in the world that has up to 3,000 hours of sun a year, so which is a big number, and this is will allow to develop more in solar system. Success stories, yes, we have, of course, the first one, it's in the oil and gas, Anadarko and Hess, General Electric, which just last year won close to $3 billion contract to set up a manufacturing in Algeria to produce gas turbines. Northrop Grumman and Raytheon, this is in defense. And of course, Varian Medical System, these are the one big project last year for the radiotherapy equipment that we use in oncology. AGCO is the one that manufactures tractors in Algeria, the Massey Ferguson. These are some of them that are already doing business and succeeding there in Algeria. Thank you. So I wanted to talk about more in Algeria in the investment, and we look forward to welcoming you then in Algeria soon. Thank you.